2 Kings 23. And the king went up to the house of Yahweh with all the men of Judah and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem with him, and the priests and the prophets and all the people, from small to great. And he read in their hearing all the words of the book of the covenant, which had been found in the house of Yahweh. And the king stood by a pillar, and made a covenant before Yahweh, to walk after Yahweh, and to keep his commandments and his testimonies and his statutes, with all his heart and all his soul, to perform the words of this covenant that were written in this book. And all the people took a stand for the covenant. And the king commanded Hilkiah the priest, and the priests of the second order, and the doorkeepers, to bring out of the temple of Yahweh all the articles that were made for Baal, for Asherah, for all the host of heaven. And he burned them outside Jerusalem in the fields of Kidron, and carried their ashes to Bethel. And he tore down the ritual booths of the perverted persons that were in the house of Yahweh. And he defiled Tophet, that no man might make his son or his daughter pass through the fire to Molech. And he broke in pieces the sacred pillars, and cut down the wooden images, and filled their places with the bones of men. And he burned the high place, and crushed it to powder. And he executed all the priests of the high places who were there on the altars. And the king commanded all the people, saying, Keep the Passover to Yahweh your God, as it is written in this book of the covenant. Moreover, mediums and spiritists, and the household gods, and idols, and all the abominations that were seen in the land of Judah and in Jerusalem, Josiah put away, that he might perform the words of the law. And there was no king like him before him, who turned to Yahweh with all his heart, and with all his soul, and with all his might, according to all the law of Moses, nor did any like him arise after him. 2 Kings 24. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he became king. At that time, the servants of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and he carried into captivity all Jerusalem. None remained except the poorest people of the land. 2 Kings 25. And he burned the house of Yahweh, and all the people arose, small and great, and the captains of the armies, and went to Egypt, for they were afraid of the Chaldeans. 1 Chronicles 1. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah. 1 Chronicles 2, no comment.